The tibialis anterior is the big muscle that runs down the entire front of the shin, and its origin is the lateral condyle of the tibia, and then it goes all the way down to the first cuneiform and metatarsal. And then its actions include dorsiflexion and inversion. So the extensor digitorum longus, its origin is the lateral condyle of the tibia, and it inserts at the distal phalanx from toes 2 to 5, and it does toe extension and foot dorsiflexion. So that's like right there. Extensor hallucis longus is the lower half of the fibula on the medial side and inserts at the dip of the big toe, and its action is big toe extension and foot dorsiflexion. So moving on to the lateral compartment, they all start at the fibula, and the peroneus longus, its origin is at the head of the fibula at the top half, and it runs down behind the lateral malleolus and behind the cuboid and under the foot, and inserts at the first metatarsal and the first medial cuneiform on the plantar surface, and its action is foot eversion. So that's like outside. So the peroneus brevis' origin is the lower half of the fibula, and then it inserts at the tail of the fifth metatarsal, so fifth metatarsal tail, and then its action is also eversion, so out. So the gastrocnemius is part of the posterior superficial compartment. Its origin is on the medial and lateral condyle of the posterior and superior sides. This is the gastroc. So the lateral head of the gastroc starts on the femoral condyle on the superior side of it, and the medial head starts on the femoral condyle on the medial side. It inserts at the calcaneal tuberosity, and its action is plantar flexion, so down, so like on tiptoes, and then also knee flexion. The soleus is also part of the posterior compartment, and it's underneath the gastroc, and its origin is the tibial soleus line. So its tendon is the Achilles tendon, and then it inserts at the calcaneal tuberosity, and its action is ankle plantar flexion, so push down. And just wanted to quickly explain that the triceps surae describes the gastroc and the soleus muscles. So now we're at the deep posterior compartment, and the tibialis posterior is the splat tendon, and its origin is the posterior surface of the tib fib, and it inserts at the navicular bone, so like right there, and then it goes all the way down to the first, second, third cuneiform, second, third, and fourth metatarsals, and its action is eversion and plantar flexion. Inversion and plantar flexion. So inversion, and then plantar flexion would be down on the tippy toes. The flexor digitorum longus, its origin is the posterior surface of the tibia, 3/4 of the way up, so somewhere like right there. And then its insertion is the distal phalanx and DIP area, and its action is toe flexion, so toe flexion. And also it helps with, it's just through toes 2 through 5, so just these ones, not the big toe. And it also assists with plantar flexion, so push down. The flexor hallucis longus's distal, its origin is the distal 2/3 area of the fibula, so that's on the lateral side, and then it inserts at the first distal phalanx of the dip area of the big toe. So in its action is big toe flexion, so I'm just going to move my toe, and then plantar flexion, so push down. So Tom, Dick, and Harry is an acronym that represents the tibialis posterior, flexor digitorum, posterior tibial artery, and tibial nerve, and the flexor hallucis longus.